Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another video this time around. I'm going to be doing a comic book haul. So yeah, there's a book fair um, in Miami. So I went to it, and in this book fair they have a few vendors who sell comics. And yeah, overall it was a pretty good experience-ish. Um, yeah, I don't know. It would a good experience be a good way to describe it. I mean, there's this one pretty douchebag vendors, better said, because there's two of them. I don't know. It was okay experience. How's about that? So yeah, I'll probably tell you that experience after I get through a few of these comics. So the first one, I'm gonna start off with DC. New Teen Titans number 68, Joker cover, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, Joker. Um, you can't really go wrong with a Joker cover. Let's be honest. It looks pretty good. I've looked at the inside. Overall it's pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I look at the inside of some of these comics. Older, like I read most of these comics, like 90%, about 80 to 90, how's about 75 to 90% of the comics I get, I read, I read in or read them. So yeah, like, and what I mean by that's like some of the older comics, not like the ones I get on a month when I go to my comic book shop, like Walking Dead or Southern Bastards or Spread or New Suicide Squad. I mean, like these type of comics, the ones like the older ones, back issues and whatnot. I tend to read them often. So yeah, pretty good. And yeah, um, next up I picked up Batman Black and White issues 2 and issue 6. I believe this is only a 6 issue miniseries run. Um, I got them each for $1, and yeah, um, yeah. Um, I got. I went basically. Yeah, I went to this vendors, and I had a pretty crappy experience. Let's just go with that. And these two comics I got from those vendors. Let me just go through a few of them until we get into the meat of it. Green Arrow 70 number 75. Pretty cool cover. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I should really like the cover. That's part of the reason why I got it. It's a pretty cool cover. I actually haven't looked at the inside of this. Um, when was this issue made? 93. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Robin Hood. I mean, Arrow as a whole is like a Robin Hood, but like a medieval type of Robin Hood. Next up, I picked up Silver Age classics, Green Lantern and Green Arrow number 76. It's not the actual thing. It's a reprint. It cost me $3, so I'm like, okay, yeah, that one's fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a reprint. Might as well stick with this so I get the original issue or the actual issue. Obviously, you have some iconic panels. This one being the most iconic one. Um, yeah. Yeah, answer me that, Mr. Green Lantern. The black skin. I want to know how come. Answer me this, Mr. Green Lantern. I can't. Iconic. So yeah. Now onto the Avengers, because most of the stuff I got from the Avengers were Marvel. The only DC things I got were the two Batman Black and White issues. The rest I mostly got Marvel. So yeah, I found Marvel Mangaverse pretty interesting. I don't really have anything manga to think of it. So yeah. So basically, I went to these vendors. It's two of them. Like these two people were running the booth. And it was a pretty big booth. And basically, they had these boxes, and they said there's like a black box in the middle, and they said the black box and anything to the right of the black box is $1. I'm like, okay, pretty cool. And I've been to this booth before in the previous years, though, last year and the year before. And they have a similar system. Anything from this box to the left or right or whatever is $1. So I'm like, okay, similar situation. From in this case, this year is from the black box to the right is $1. And I'm like, okay, pretty good. I was picking up books on Mangaverse. I picked up Marvel Apes. Pretty interesting. Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey Man, Spider Monkey Woman, Captain Ape America, um, Luke Ape, I don't know, Luke Ape, Iron Ape, I don't know, what the hell would you call Wolverine and an ape? Wolver Ape? who the fuck knows? That's actually a pretty funny issue. So whatever, I was going through the issues, and right in the middle of it, I'm not even kidding. Like right in the middle of like it's in the right section, in the $1 section, right there, randomly in the middle. There's some Walking Dead issues, and I'm like, oh shit, Walking Dead, my thing. Okay, and my first instinct was to get okay. All these issues are $1, so thus far of the newer issues, I haven't picked up issue number 144 because they kind of forgot to put it on my pull list. So I'm like, let me get this for $1 because if I get it at the store, it'll be about $3. Because in the store I get a discount because I believe Walking Dead's like, I don't know, it's a $2.99 or $3.99. I don't know. I would have gotten it for like $3 regardless. Whether it be by discount or even if I don't get the discount, I think it's like $2.99, $3.99. I don't remember, but I would have gotten it for like $3 regardless. Somehow I would have gotten it for $3. So yeah, I go off to pay. And I pick up some more issues. Amazing Spider-Man number 359. Yeah, 359, and issue 37 or 476. Yeah, because apparently, yeah, very fast. Amazing Spider-Man, like around issue, I don't know. Let's see, 478 minus 37. 478 minus 37, what would that be? 478 minus, because it says, I don't know, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's 478 right there. I know it's reversed, but whatever. 478 minus 37. That's this is a pretty iconic cover. It's not my favorite. It's interesting. I don't like it. I don't like his face for some reason. I don't know. 478 minus 37. That is 441. So on issue 441, they kind of did like this revamp or whatever. I don't know if it was in the 90s, like late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know when did this one come out. But they basically did like this revamp, like series 1 will be like this up to issue 441. Yeah, and then anything coming forward after that was series 2 or like version 2, like you know what I mean? And they kind of did that to like issue 600 and something, and then we got then it went on again continuously till issue 700, whatever. Yeah, but 459, 478. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Sorry to my story. So I'm getting the comics and like The Walking Dead, pretty cool. And I'm thinking I only have a limited amount of money. I really want to get some of these other Walking Dead covers, but let me just calm the fuck down. I'll probably get them next year because they have the same system every year, and I'll just get this one for $1. Issue 441. Yeah, it's not 441. Sorry, issue 144, and it's the one where the cover is the one where you see Rick's face kind of looking down, and the title, because The Walking Dead has recently been doing titles to their issues. So this one was called ... or ellipse, as the thing is officially called. Ellipses or ... whatever. So I'm like, okay, I want to pay for this. Now, here, I picked up, in general, 11 or 12 books. That's the first thing. Okay? That's the first thing. The guy, because the woman didn't really, she was like, oh yeah, ask that guy. Okay? I asked the guy. I picked up Daredevil, issue 19, from the Marvel Knights run. Again, a pretty iconic cover. I actually really like this one. Too, whatever. So I go up to him like, yo, can I get these comics? He's like, sure. So he's like, so whatever. He's like, what? He's just looking through it. He's like, you can't buy Walking Dead. I'm like, why not? He's like, are you 16? Are you 16 or older? I'm like, I'm 16. He's like, I don't believe you. And I understand. I get the criticism sometimes. I look young. So I'm like, okay. Nothing to get pissed off about, at the moment. I'm like, nothing to get pissed off about. I look young. Some people do ask me, am I 16 or am I 15 or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I'm 16. So I show, he's like, do you have any student ID? And I'm like, I have a picture of my student ID on my phone. I took a photo of it because I just in case of anything. So I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem, man. So I show him the picture. He's like, okay, so yeah, you are 16. He's like, okay, in total, that would be $35. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, that's $35. And like, this is like 10, 11, 12 books. Why are you charging me $35? He's like, well, The Walking Dead isn't a $1 book. It's like a $15 or $20 book. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, yeah, I mean, don't you know what happens in this issue? And I know what happens in the issue because, Walking Dead is just, especially the comics, like the TV show, here's the thing with the TV show and the comics. The TV show, it just gets ruined for me. Like, I go on Instagram, or like online on YouTube or whatever, and everything's just spoiled for me. And like there's almost no way to not get spoiled in the like some stuff that I still haven't been able to get spoiled. Apparently, they leaked who will die in the mid-season finale next week. I'm not gonna search that shit up. Hopefully that crap doesn't get spoiled for me. But stuff has been spoiled for me, mostly through Instagram or like YouTube in general. So I'm like, okay, but when it comes to the comics, I spoil myself. I can't help but to know what goes on in the comics. Okay, that's the thing. So like I know what happens in the comics. That's the issue where you find out where Rosita and Ezekiel and like 10 other people from the communities have been killed by Alpha. Okay, he's like, yeah, I know people die. I'm like, and the thing is, he's like, yeah. So due to and you know who one of the characters, who some of the people are who died. Like, yeah, Rosita and Ezekiel, and they're major characters. And he says that, okay, then you should know that they're major characters. And I know this is like a $2 or $3 book, but because both of them died, they've been there since like issue 10 or whatever. They've been like there since issue 10 or 20. They've been there since almost the very beginning. You should know that this is a really high value book. Everywhere you see Amazon, eBay, in your local comic book shop, this is like a 25, 30, $40 book. Now, I'm just thinking, is this guy on drugs or something? That's my first, because I'm like, yes, they're big characters, but first off, you messed up in many ways. They haven't been here since issue 20. Rosita appeared in issue 53, and what's his face? Ezekiel didn't appear to like issue 112. So they haven't really been there that like they major characters? Yes, but like it's not a reason why you should jack up the fucking price. It's not like issue 1 of The Walking Dead. It's not like issue 100 just came out of The Walking Dead. It's not the final fucking issue of The Walking Dead. It's not like they killed off Rick motherfucking Grimes of The Walking Dead. And that's what really pissed me off. He's like, so do you want the book? Now again, that'll be $35. I'm giving you a discount because normally for all this I'd be charging about $50. I'm like, $50 for what? I'm like, these are all $1 books. I'm like, where'd you find this? I'm like, and I showed him in the area where it says $1 books. He's like, okay, do you want the Walking Dead book or not? I'm like, no, because that's that's so fucking ridiculous. And I told him to his face, that's so fucking ridiculous. And the lady who was with him, he's like, watch your language, kid. You're like 10 years. I'm like, I literally told her because I was getting pissed the fuck off. Because if you guys don't know, down in Miami, it's hot as shit. Okay, and there's mosquitoes biting your ass 24/7. Okay, and like the thing is, it's crowded, so I was already kind of getting pissed off. Like it's not like the like they do at the booth does have shade, but it's almost non-existent when you have like a crowd of like literally 30 people in this small booth, like a little bigger than my closet. I'm not even kidding you. Like it's a little bigger than my closet, okay? And I have a walk-in closet. Like it's a little bigger than my closet, but not by much. Maybe like 2 or 3 feet, but that's really nothing, you know. But okay, whatever. So I'm like, no. He's like, okay. So he puts the book down. So actually, he doesn't put it. I grab the book. He's like, no. I toss it to the side. The lady's like, why? You're damaging the book. You're gonna have to pay for that. I'm like, I'm not buying it, so I ain't paying for shit. Okay. So whatever. So the guy's like, okay, that'll be $15. I'm like, for what? It's like, I'm literally getting irritated here. And you see people. There's people around us, and there's like this one. I don't know. I think he was a father because there's this kid there who like they were wearing matching clothes, which I kind of found kind of funny when people wear matching clothes regardless of their associations. So I'm pretty sure they're like family members. So the guy was like, dude, like he was saying to the vendor, he's like, dude, calm down. He's got maybe like 9 or 10 comics in that stack. And he says he got them from the dollar bin boxes, and I saw him take out a few of those from the dollar bin boxes. So you know, charge him what he's supposed to be charged, right? And he's like, okay. So he starts counting 1, 2, 3. It turns out I had 10 comics. Okay, he's like, okay, plus tags. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm literally like looking at this guy. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're pissing me off with The Walking Dead with it being in the middle of the $1 bins. Then he goes off on a rant saying that they're supposed to be in the middle of the $1 bins, but they're not $1. I'm like, and after that, I cut him off and told him, if they're not supposed to be $1, if you're jacking up the price by like 500%, why are they in the middle of the $1 bins? It's like, because that's the alphabetical order. And, like, they had an alphabetical order, sure, but like they had it split between the $1 books alphabetical order and the over $1 books in alphabetical order. So I'm like, okay, why isn't this in the W section or the T section? Because I know some vendors like to call it the Walking Dead, or the Amazing Spider-Man, or whatever, like the Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, I've seen it both ways. Amazing Spider-Man being under A, or or the Amazing Spider-Man being under T. Same thing. The Walking Dead being under T, or Walking Dead being under W. Right, I told him, okay, why isn't it in the T section for The Walking Dead, or W section for Walking Dead? He's like, because they don't belong there, because they're not appropriate, or some shit like that. And I'm like, I didn't want to argue I didn't really care to argue as to what appropriate meant in this, and what he meant by appropriate. And so I'm like, you shouldn't be. I'm like, and then I told him, you shouldn't be charging me tax. And there's already a crowd of people, like a few people. They're like, man, why are you charging tax? I heard a few people. Yo, man, I heard this one guy saying, yo, man, I ain't gonna buy shit from this guy because he's being bullshit to the highest fucking degree, or some shit like that. Like straight up, that's what the guy said. I couldn't tell who it was because I was looking at this bullshit vendor. I'm like, okay, I'm like to him, this is what I'm gonna do. I straight up told him like this. I'm gonna I'm gonna pay you $8. Okay, and I told him $8. I don't know why said $8. I guess I just wanted a fucking discount after all this bullshit. Yeah, I don't know why I said. It's the first number that came up to me. I should have said 5, but fuck it. Half off. I don't know. 8 was the first number that came up to my mind. Don't ask me why. It was in the moment, and for some reason, I don't know. I just liked the number 8, I guess, that day. So I'm like, so I told him, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you $8. You're not gonna charge me tax. You're gonna let me leave, and I'm sure as I'm never gonna buy from this booth again. Okay, take it or leave it. And the guy was just like floored. He didn't know what to do. So after like 30 seconds, I'm like, do you want my money or do I walk? And the woman, who's like, just give me the $8. I didn't have 8 singles, so I just gave her a $20 bill. So she tried to cheap change me or whatever. She tried to charge me the 1070 by giving me 930. Right, 930, 940. Right, 930, no, 930. Yeah, sorry. By giving me $9.30. I'm like, I'm short. I said $8, not 1070. She's like, well, that's how much a comics cost. And then again, there's a small little riot. The guys around. He's like, he said $8. Either give him his money, give him the however money you want. Again, there's many people in the back behind me, like, give him his money, or he walks, or some shit like that, right? Fuck it, I got my money after a while, after like 10 minutes of fucking debating. I really wish I would have gotten that Walking Dead issue for a fucking dollar. It's kind of bullshit that they like jacked the price almost to $40, because I know what happens in the issue. It's right now in The Walking Dead, almost every single issue is a major event. I'm not even kidding you, okay? But due to that, every single issue shouldn't really be more. Like anything past issue 128 should not be more than $5. I'm telling you straight up. Just unless they kill Rick or kill some major character off, no issue here should be more than like $5. Anything past issue 128 should not be more than $5. Because that's when they introduced Magna and her group. Yeah, I think the introduction of Magna's group is like maybe $7 at most, and everything else after that is like $5. Or it should be $5, maybe, or dollar price, or what I mean, like cover price or less. Because the Walking Dead issues are great, no shit, but most of the issues are like, again, like cover price or like $5 at most. Like there's very few issues that are more than $5. Like issue 1, issue 50, issue 75, issue 100 for sure, for sure. Issue 115, like issue 115 to like 124 are all worth like $10 easily. That one's no shit. Yeah, almost any comic from like the prison is worth at least maybe $10 to $15. Like the majority of those issues are from 10 to 15. The introduction of Herschel, which is like issue 7, or 8 is like worth maybe like yeah $20 or something like that. No, Michonne issue 19 probably like a good $50 right there. Actually no, yeah, the introduction of Herschel that's probably worth like $50. But like anything past like 100, actually no, like but most of the issues past number 124, better said, aren't really worth much after that. I mean, because again you get the introduction of Magna, which is like $7. Then anything after issue 124, 125 is like cover price. It's like $5 cover price or less. Okay, so yeah, and they haven't really done anything special. And what I mean by special, they haven't had like a major character introduction yet, which we wouldn't know it yet to like 20 issues down the road. They haven't really. And I mean, yes, Ezekiel and Rosito were main characters, like they were core characters, but we didn't see their death. We saw their zombified bodies, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you killed them off panel," which is even after that, I kind of call bullshit on that. Like, that's how you decide to do. I mean, it's a shocker, sure, but eh. Um. So yeah, I got myself ranting. For what? Like, shit, 21 minutes into this video. Yeah, sorry, but I just holy shit, like what an imbecilic piece of shit. I'm surprised I still bought from that vendor. Yeah, aside from the Marvel comics, like the majority, I think all of these Marvel comics I got from the vendor. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got the Mangaverse. And then when it came to DC, I only picked up the black and white ones from him. So what is that? Two? How many? Was it like 10 or not? It was. Let's see. I picked up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I picked up a few independent ones too. RoboCop versus Terminator 8. These two are pretty funny. Archie versus Predator 9. And Archie versus Sharknado 10. So yeah, those are the 10 issues I picked up from this bullshit vendor. Yeah, those were some pretty good buys. These are pretty funny. I like comics. I like movies. Best of both worlds. Sharknado. That's pretty fun. I'm gonna read both of these. Just like I know this one says 3 of 4, so it's like in the middle. But I'm like, why not? I like Sharknado. Like that's just Sharknado is kind of a cult classic film as it is. So that's interesting. And then you have RoboCop versus fucking Terminator. Again, 3 of 4. But you can't go wrong with that. Some versus matchups. So yeah. So I bought those 10 from that one vendor. Let's see. Yeah, I picked up the new Teen Titans. From a pretty reasonable vendor. This was also $1, and that was reasonable. Again from the bullshit vendor. $1 book from the other vendor. I got the Teen Titans issue, and then I picked up the $3 Green Lantern Green Arrow issue, along with the Arrow and Teen Titans. So yeah, and then the rest are the bullshit vendor. Then I went to like some of these other bookstore type of booths, like they were more like books and books, or like books and books, or pawn or like pawn bookshops or whatever, like Pontiac bookshops or whatever you want. Like I don't know, I don't remember what they were called, because they have the sign on the front of the booth, like Pontiac Bookshop or something like that. And one of them I found this Kevin Keller thing, Archie's pal Kevin Keller. Welcome to Riverdale. I believe he was in the issue where Archie got shot, if I'm not mistaken. Graphic novel, $2. Why not? Sure. Then at another one, I picked up this Devi book. I don't know how to pronounce that. Again, $2. Yeah, sure, why not? Two pretty cool graphic novels. Archie, you really can't go wrong. Devi, or however you pronounce that. Looked pretty cool. The artwork looks pretty cool. The back says, the power of a goddess is unrivaled, forged by the strength of gods. Devi, whatever, retains a force meant to bring balance among gods and men, but the current Devi incarnate as different. Her female host, Terra Meta, is still alive and struggles to comprehend the awesome responsibilities she now faces. Humanity is threatened by the fallen Lord Bala, and salvation rests in the hands of a goddess. Torn in two, Devi wields the power of the gods, as well as the virtue that makes the female entity so distinct yet so vulnerable. Compassion. The divine and diabolic collide in an epic battle culminating and culminating in the Night of Reckoning in Devi Samarva, the excited sequel to the premiere volume. So I guess this is volume one, and if I like it enough, I'll try to search for volume two. So yeah, I mean, sorry that this haul went on a little too long. I just really needed to rant and vent on those bullshit fucking vendors. Cause that Walking Dead issue is not worth like $35. It's barely worth $5. Like if they put it on cover price, I would have considered it. Cause here's the thing, they put it in the middle of the $1 bins. Okay, I could get that cheaper. Like even if it was just $3 or whatever. Like even if they just put it at cover price, I probably would have gotten the same. I probably would have gotten at the same price as in my bookshop. Okay, and then the fact that they tried to tax me on top of that, that is what I call complete bullshit. I should have said $5. You know, that's what I should have said. $5. Each one half price off or whatever. There's $1. You know, $1. You know, each one has about 2 for 1. There was some shit like that. I don't know why I said $8. In the moment, in the heat of the moment, I should have said 5. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, funny thing, after that whole revolt or whatever, after I argued with the guy and the lady and whatever, the two vendors, everybody just kind of vented out. Like everybody just kind of left. Everybody who was there left. They put down whatever books they had and they left. Like people left. And I walked around. When I was leaving, I kind of just walked around. And the booth was empty. They're going to this other booth that's right next to it, where they sell stuff at cover price for the most part. Like they sell newer comics, but it's at cover price. So like here, I got this for $2, for example. Like if that was the cover price booth, I would have had to pay like $15. So yeah, again $2 instead of 15. You know what I mean? But I've gone to cover price one, and last year I got a Constantine issue signed by Ray Fox, I believe, or something like that. Is it Ray Fox? I don't know. The guy who made Constantine. Fuck it. Yeah. Again, pretty cool. One person I wanted to see though was the Kill Shakespeare guy, McCory or whatever. Cause that's right. I've seen him there for the past few years. I guess I missed him this year. Sucks. Kill Shakespeare. It's actually a pretty good series. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up. It's pretty good as a whole. And yeah, I really support him. He's a pretty cool guy. Okay, he's a really good cool guy. He goes to a bunch of these bookstores, not bookstores, but like comic book conventions, book thrift shops or whatever. You know what I mean? Like these book fairs or whatever, and tries to promote the book. Really great guy. If you haven't read Kill Shakespeare, do read that. I have a couple of issues. I have actually a few issues of his. And I've reviewed them too. So yeah. Overall though, it's actually pretty good. Kill Shakespeare. I really do like it. So yeah, sorry if I know this video took like half an hour. Sorry, I just needed to vent. What are your thoughts on that? The fact that he tried to tax me first off. Actually, I don't know what I'm more pissed off at. The fact that he tried to tax me. The fact that he tried to tax me. The fact that The Walking Dead was in the middle of the $1 section, and yet they're pricing it at like $35 an issue, and they don't want to move it to the appropriate section because for some reason it's unappropriate or some bullshit like that. And actually, I actually heard this one guy ask, "Why is it inappropriate?" Like when I was leaving, like I guess I saw him talking to his friend or whatever. He's like explaining the situation, and then while I was leaving, like he's like, I literally heard like in the whispers like, "Why is it inappropriate for The Walking Dead to be in the appropriate priced section?" Like I didn't want to ask him that because I just didn't care for the bullshit. I'm surprised I got books off off the two idiots to begin with. So yeah, but what are your thoughts on that situation? That got me really fucking pissed. I don't know. Or do you think I should have not bought anything from the guys to begin with? Because I actually picked up some pretty cool issues. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, like despite the bullshit, I actually picked up a few issues that I'm not gonna lie are actually pretty interesting. Like Archie versus Sharknado, like I've seen Archie versus Predator a few times, but like I've always been hesitant because they always put like over $1, or something like that, like $2 or whatever. Like I would probably pay for $2, but they're normally like in a little bit worse condition than this. Like Archie versus Sharknado, I've never seen that, so I'm like, okay, pretty cool. RoboCop versus Terminator, I've seen a few of those, but I'm like, whatever, not now. This is actually a pretty iconic cover, so I'm like, for $1, why not? You know, Again, pretty not my favorite cover. It's iconic, but not my favorite. I don't like the face for some reason. Okay, it looks too babyish. And like, it's a pretty cool cover. This issue, I could have probably done with that, but why not? It's Amazing Spider-Man, and the Marvel apes I've never seen. I've seen pictures of the Marvel Mangaverse. So yeah, and then the two black and white Batmans I've never seen in real life, IRL. So yeah, I mean, I got some pretty interesting comics off him, but I don't know. Should I have bought from him after they were being douchebags to me or not? I don't know. They're still $1. I really wanted. Yeah, I'll just get it from my comic book shop where I know it's gonna be less than $35 fucking dollars. Okay, because I always research these books on Amazon and eBay, like The Walking Dead. Like, what are they going for right now? They go for cover price. They're either going for like $2, like lower than cover price, on cover price, or like no more than $7. Like the most expensive ones I see are like $7, and they normally die down within like 2 or 3 within a month, basically. They go down to $5 or cover price. Okay. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? The bullshit I had to go through. The fact that he tried to tax me and all that. What are your thoughts on that bullshit? And should I have bought from him? I mean, I did, but was it a dumb move? And if I did, and if you agree that I should have bought from him, do you think I should have said $5 instead of $8? I don't know why I said $8, to be honest. I should have said 5. Okay, I wish I said 5, but whatever, fuck it. So it's not even $1 a book. I got 10 books for $8. How much is that? Let's see, 10 divided by 8. You fucking kidding me? Or is it 8 divided by 10? Yeah, it's 8 divided by 10, so I got each of them for 80 cents. Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, but what are your thoughts on the situation? Comment all that down below. Let me know. I'm really interested to hear your guys' situation, because I hear, I hear a lot of your guys' situation when you guys go off to conventions or whatever. You just have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. And I know some of you don't buy. Sometimes you guys don't buy, and sometimes you guys do buy, depending on the situation. I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. I'm actually really interested to hear what you guys think. Yeah, like the video, show on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Subscribe. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, comic book reviews, comic book hauls, and yeah, I just noticed that this is like an earring. I don't know. I just kind of noticed. I never actually realized this was like a shadow. I thought like this was always a shadow, but I never actually realized there's like an earring here, or like hair. Pretty interesting. I read the description. It was interesting me, so I'm like, why not? Kind of reminds me of The Wicked and the Divine, which I actually shouldn't be talking because I actually haven't read that series, but like, fuck it. Like, just the idea of goddess and all that crap kind of reminds me a bit of The Wicked and Divine, or Wicked plus Divine, because it's technically a plus sign. Fuck it. I'm not gonna rant on bullshit anymore. Thoughts down below. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you prefer, and that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.